Hi guys, today it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited for this video because we are going to be doing a Barbiecore all pink makeup look, pretty much inspired by the upcoming Barbie movie, which I'm so excited to see. And if we're not going all out to see it, then what are we doing? So this is the look that we're gonna be doing right now. We're going all out with pink and glitter and all the fun things for this look. So if you'd like to see how I created it, then please keep on watching. Alright, so first step, we're going to be working on the skin and we're going to first prime it using the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I'm going to kind of speed through the skin part because the exciting and fun part is, of course, the eyes. So after that, we're doing foundation. I'm using my Ride or Die, my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And now for concealer, we're going to be using also the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Full Wear Concealer, and we're adding that to the under eye. We're going very much full glam for this. So we're doing the under eye, the center of the forehead, the sides of the nose, because I do get some darkness there. You don't have to do that step. Then the chin. And because we want that lifted Barbie look to the face, we went upwards at the outer corners of the eye. And then just added a little bit of a lighter concealer. It's my Tarte Shape Tape to the under eyes, just on top of the other one because I wanted a lighter shade in there. And then we're just gonna blend everything out. Up next is contour, so we're doing the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in a darker shade to contour the temples, the cheekbones, sides of the nose, and then a little bit on the chin, and then we're gonna blend it all out. And then I really wanted a defined cheekbone, so I took a really light contour shade and cut under the cheek to highlight the jaw and clean up so the contour doesn't fall too low on the cheek. And then we're going to add that light shade again on the outer corner of the eye. Again, we really want that lifted Barbie eye look. Also on top of the nose to really define it, and then blend that out. And then I figured I wanted more light on the center of the face, so I added more of the light contour shade to the forehead and chin and just blend. So once we're all done with those cream products, we move on to powder. I'm using my Maybelline Loose Fit Me powder, and we're gonna bake. We're gonna cut underneath the cheekbones. We're gonna bake the under eye so it's smooth, and then the sides of the nose. Also the chin, and then the forehead. Next, we're going to move on to bronzer using our Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer, and that's going to help set the contour that's underneath. And it's also just bringing color back to the face. And next we're going to do the brows, and I'm doing my usual routine, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm brushing them out and using the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Pencil to just fill them in. Then because again we're going full glam, we're going to use some light concealer to clean up underneath the brows so they're nice and clean for eyeshadow. And once we're done with brows, we're going to brush off all of that bake, all of that excess powder away from the face. And now it's time for blush, and we want to go with a really nice pink. I'm going with my Ciate Glow 2 Illuminating Blush, and I'm being generous with this because Barbie is all about blush. So I'm pretty much going from the apple of the cheek and up the cheekbone. And I'm doing stippling motions for this to add more pigment. Also going over the nose a little bit to get that kind of like sun-kissed look. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the fun part. We're gonna go with eyeshadow, and I am using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2 because it has this beautiful range of pinks in there that are super pigmented and I know are very much gonna add a lot of color to my look. So I'm taking a small flat brush and I'm using the dark pink to outline where my shadow is gonna go. We're drawing the design pretty much, and first I'm making this arch. It's the same way as if you were cutting the crease but with color, because we're going to blend color upwards from there, and then at the end we'll cut out underneath with concealer. So we're doing that arch now. And then on the outer corner of the eye we're going to do a wing pretty much. So just flick the brush at an angle upwards, and we're going to do our best to do that outline symmetrically on both sides. I tried my best here. And for those inner arches, we're getting close to the inner corner and about halfway to the end of that lid. And once the outline looks exactly the way you want it to, you're gonna start adding more color and start building on those shapes. I'm starting out with that outer wing and start buffing to make it thicker upwards and really smoking it out. You're also lining the entire top lash line with pink eyeshadow. And all of this is using that first shadow. I've only used that one color so far. And we're doing the same thing with that arch, adding more color and smoking out that pink, going upwards until you touch where your brow starts and the top of the arch of your nose. I'm just adding a little bit more pink here to make this color really saturated. And then we're going to take some of that same pink with a small dense brush and smoke it out on our lower lash line. And then on the outer corner of the lower lash line, we're going to do a second wing. So we're going to do two wings on this look. And this one, instead of going up at an angle, this one's going straight out. So just flick your brush outward to create that wing. And same thing, you're going to smoke it out going downwards this time. And once you're all smoked out, what you did on one side, you're going to repeat to the other eye. And I am using concealer as well to clean under those wings to make sure they're really nice and sharp. And we're just going to fast forward through this process. Once the pink is all set, we're going to do a cut crease with concealer, and this is essentially going to clean underneath the arch and make the lid area nice and clean. Then again, that pink that's smoked out on the top arch, I'm gonna smoke it out a little bit into the top of the nose bridge. And you might barely see this step, but all I'm doing is adding a little bit of a dark maroon color just really close to the lash line to add a little bit of a darker color on there, just for some dimension. And once we're done with that, I'm adding an iridescent shade. It's called I'm In It in the same palette, and using a dense brush to add that to the brow bone and also to my inner corners. And then we're gonna add glitter. I used the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette, which has the most beautiful glitters. And I'm using the Poet glitter on there because it has those pink tones that I want. And I'm using my fingers and applying it on top of the wing towards the center of the eye in that clean lid space between the wing and the arch. I'm also adding a little bit of glitter to the inner portion of the lower lash line. And now we're going to add more blush, and I'm doing so essentially to connect it with the pink of the eye and then adding a little bit to the temples as well. And now for the highlighter, I'm adding an iridescent pink to the cheekbones and then on the temples as well, and then on the nose a little bit too. And now the eyeshadow portion's pretty much done, so we're doing mascara. And then for lashes, I'm doing one of my favorites right now. I'm doing the Lunar Angel lashes in the style Aurora. And finally for lips, I didn't want to do a hot pink. I wanted something lighter and a little bit more neutral, so I did the Give Them Lala Beauty Lippy in the shade Booty Call. And at the end, I'm just going to add some gloss on top to make it really shiny. And of course, setting spray to set everything in place. And that was the final step. This is the final Barbie inspired Barbiecore all pink look. This was such a fun look to do. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. Drop a like and subscribe before you leave if you haven't yet. And I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.